one of the first ladies of the MCU might not get her standalone project, but her next appearance is not a matter of if, but rather of when. Which is why I decided to give you a first look into things and tell you everything that I know so far about Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, or even some other variant of the character, simply because of the chance of an Illuminati movie being made by Marvel Studios. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. If there is one thing that many fans want, it's the return of a certain female character. Of course, I am talking about Peggy Carter, or rather, Earth 838's Captain Carter, Steve's love interest from MCU's main timeline, Earth 616. Captain Carter made her debut in the MCU through Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness movie, with her being a member of the Illuminati of the MCU, which is somewhat different, both in setting and the different group members, which we all know of within the MCU. However, let's move back a little bit and reflect upon Captain Carter's previous adventures before her battle with the Scarlet Witch. On Earth 838, Carter is an Avenger, and as I said before, one of the founding members of the Illuminati. She fought in the Infinity War and aided in defeating Thanos during the Battle of Titan. She was also one of the members of the group that was for Doctor Strange's execution of her universe, because he used the Darkhold to dreamwalk, which resulted in a multiversal incursion, the reason why he is sentenced to be executed. When the alternate Doctor Strange gets captured by Baron Mordo, an event that we saw in the Doctor Strange sequel, with the decision of what to do with Doctor Strange getting interrupted by Scarlet Witch's breach of the headquarters, the group confronted her, and before you know it, they were all killed off by the Scarlet Witch. Following her variant's demise in the Doctor Strange sequel, the actress who portrays the role, Hayley Atwell, has a doubtful update regarding her character's return to the MCU. And even though she started off as a side character, ever since her appearance in the MCU as Captain Carter, she quickly became a fan favorite, and all the positives that come because of it. In a recent interview, however, Hayley Atwell reflected upon her time within the MCU, both as Peggy Carter and Captain Carter. And after expressing a few disagreements with her story arc in the Doctor Strange sequel, she also shared the doubtful update on her potential return to the MCU. She said that despite it being a while ago, around 10 years when she first appeared in the MCU as Peggy, she still had close connections with a lot of people from back then, and that she did a lot of other movies and series that she simply thinks that the character, and I quote, "she's not mine anymore," which could spell disaster for all the fans that wanted her to return. However, she also said that the character is very good, but also very demanding, simply because of the fans that took the character to heart. Even though Atwell might feel doubtful regarding her return to the MCU, that doesn't necessarily mean that the door is closed when the character is taken into consideration, considering the Infinity Saga concluded with Steve Rogers staying in the past, marrying Peggy, and the two living happily ever after, which should mean the final chapter for the character. However, Marvel Studios decided to hit that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, Marvel actually decided to bring back the character through their take on the what if narrative from the Marvel Comics, which was the first place where many fans saw Captain Carter, after the familiar face of Peggy, of course. The popularity of her role managed to land the character's debut in the MCU through the aforementioned Doctor Strange sequel. And before I move forward with the live action side of things, for all of you who do not know, the already confirmed Season 2 of the What If series will feature Captain Carter yet again, because it has been said that the second season of the series will continue from the mid-credits scene from the first season, which saw Captain Carter and Natasha Romanoff discovering the Hydra Stomper armor with a person inside, the former of whom though to be Steve Rogers in the suit. Footage from the latest San Diego Comic-Con confirmed that it was actually Steve in the armor, though he was brainwashed and turned into the animated version of the Winter Soldier from the MCU, which surely will make for a heartbreaking battle between the two in the upcoming season. As it stands right now, the character's return is mainly focused on the animation side of things. However, it will be an interesting thing to see her character's return in the MCU, Because if you come to think of it, there is a lot of unexplored source material between the second season of the Peggy Carter series and her short appearances in the flashbacks of the 70s in the Avengers Endgame movie and the 89 from the Ant-Man movie. The endless possibilities of the multiverse saga and what it has to offer are a wealth of avenues in which the character can return to the MCU. Thus, there is certainly more than one way for how Peggy can return to the MCU. However, there is no news of whether she will have a standalone project anytime soon, especially as the Captain Carter variant. The first possibility that comes to mind is for Captain Carter to get involved in the already confirmed Captain America New World Order, alongside Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson, the new Captain America. But if you look on the other side of the coin, there is also the fact that the movie will likely focus on Sam Wilson in his first time on the big screen, donning the Captain America shield. Hayley Atwell's appearance in the movie, simply because of her popularity, could distract the audience. With it, the story itself. And seeing that the upcoming movie will likely be a grounded, espionage-style movie, the multiverse will hardly matter. Hence, less likely that some version of Captain Carter could make an appearance in the movie. There was also a rumor about a secret Chris Evans project for Marvel Studios, which could be the best option for the character's return. The mysterious project could see Evans playing Captain America again. That was the news back in 2021, without knowing any details about the character, as well as Evans' retirement from the role 2 years prior. It is a difficult thing to figure out if Peggy Carter will appear in a project that could see Steve Rogers, seeing how big of a role that she has in his story arc. Whether or not Hayley Atwell will smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, whether or not Atwell will return to the role, moving past it, her return in the aforementioned secret Captain America project could just be a more traditional version of Peggy. However, there is also the factor of the multiverse and how it works. There could probably be many realities in which both Steve and Peggy could meet each other again this time around. However, both of them are super soldiers, an entirely different dynamic. Beyond returns in any of the future Captain America projects, a popular suggestion says that Atwell could return to the character as part of a Captain Britain project. That is, if a project of that kind gets confirmed. Marvel Comics introduced this concept of the Captain Britain Corps, a multiverse team of variations of Brian Braddock and others to hold the mantle. There are plenty of other ways in which Hayley Atwell could return in the live action, despite Doctor Strange's sequel killing off that version of the character. However, there has been speculation that she could very well be part of the rumored Illuminati project from Marvel Studios, simply because of the multiverse connections. I would also go as far as saying that Captain Carter could also make a cameo appearance in the upcoming second season of Loki, thanks to its fun multiverse possibilities. And last but not least, there is probably one place where Atwell's return will happen, and that is the Avengers Secret Wars movie, possibly leading the potential A-Force movie and the group as a whole. One thing any fan wants at this point is to see any of these theories become a reality, which would mean that Atwell's MCU future is far from over. See you in the next video.